where I've not been allowed to offer one single piece of evidence in defense, of which I have a lot. So I am quite confident when this case gets before a fair tribunal, it'll be reversed so quickly, it'll make your head spin. And the absurd number that just came in will help that, actually.
Why did you choose not to testify?
Why do you think it was unfair? You say it was an unfair tribunal. Why do you think it was unfair?
Because I cannot go into the details. I didn't testify because the judge made it clear that if I made any mistake or did anything wrong, she was considering contempt, and this judge does have a reputation for putting people in jail, and I thought, honestly, it wouldn't do any good.
Do you still believe that what you said about these two women in the wake of the 2020 election was truthful?
Do you still believe these claims?
Do you still believe those
I have no doubt. I have no doubt that my comments were made and they were supportable and are supportable today. Still. I just did not have an opportunity to present the evidence that we offered. Did you notice we were not allowed to put in one piece of evidence in defense? Do you also realize that liability is not based on any trial? Liability is based on her disagreement with me on discovery, which is absurd.
Why didn't you take the stand?
Because I believe the judge was threatening me with the strong possibility that I'd be held in contempt or that I'd even be put in jail. So it didn't seem like it was going to do much to persuade anybody, and it could give her what she seemed to be threatening.
Did you believe the women's testimony?
Do you have any regrets about
That's all I have to say. I have
any regrets about some of the comments that you received?
Hey, we got to get
Do you have any regrets about some of the comments that the women received?
Well, of course, the comments they received I had nothing to do with. Those comments are abominable, they're deplorable. No defense to it, but I receive comments like that every day. Different kinds of things. I've represented clients who have gotten that from the other side. This is a terrible part of our political system. Republicans, Democrats, liberals, and conservatives all get that. My comments weren't that. And I think that was also a very unfair part of it because my comments had no connection at all to those. There were thousands of things on in the press about this, of which mine were a small amount. There's no way to say that my comments connected to that, but that's going to be part of what we'll get to litigate in a fair court. Thank you.
Is that behavior that you will officially condemn, sir?
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
And you can see our Avajoy Burnett asking questions of Rudy Giuliani as he just stepped out of the courtroom in the wake of this judgment that came in, $148 million in connection to what he said about two Georgia election workers after the 2020 election, accusing them of election fraud. But hearing him there, Jay, saying that he didn't have a fair trial. Of course, he could have testified. He decided this week to not testify. You heard him there saying he didn't do it because he said the judge would hold him in contempt, and he apparently feels that he will be appealing this that came down, called the number absurd, the amount of money awarded to these two Georgia election workers. You see one of them there on your screen, $148 million coming in.
Just a massive punishment by this jury. The election workers, their names, Shaye Moss, Ruby Freeman. If you have not been following this story, they say that their lives were turned upside down by the comments that Rudy Giuliani made. He just spoke to reporters moments ago saying he had nothing to do with the comments. They have faced harassments and threats from this. They testified before the January 6th committee. You see a picture of it right there. Giuliani says that, or he claims rather, that he was not offered the opportunity to give his side of the story, but as you just said, Chris, he did not testify. But very striking, once again, that he is continuing to double down on the lies that he spread about these two women.
Yeah, major news coming in as we speak. We'll be keeping an eye on it here on Scripps News Live. Stay with us. We'll be right back.